This is Two Men On with
Here we go.
Fred Slow.
It is Friday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? Well, really just finally, guys. Ugh,
What do you mean finally?
gosh.
Yeah. I
Really, you
agree.
had yourself a week, buddy?
What are we doing here?
You know, I had to make a lot of apologies all week
For what?
for our short programming. And
Well-
look, you get the isotopes early.
Just
I'm sorry we're not 3 hours every day, but the isotopes are in the central time zone. There's nothing we can do about it, friend of the show.
I'm just a mouse on a wheel.
Oh, here we go. An existential meltdown over here, Amory.
It's not hard to melt down when it's 101 outside.
Is it really?
Is the 505-246-0610 Sports Animal text line. Is the heat hitting you the same way it's hitting me, Albuquerque? I need to know.
It's only 92, you coward.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, you are so Kevin Durant soft.
I just need to know when it'll all stop.
Fred 8-ply Charmin slow over here.
I'm a brawny man.
Can't get any softer than this guy.
I'm like, give me sandpaper. Multi-use.
I'm wearing a very breathable shirt today.
That
so
shirt sucks.
it's a beautiful shirt. How
Hey,
dare
Marie,
you?
this shirt that Van is wearing.
Look at this.
You know I
Amory.
appreciate Van's
Look at
style.
that. Look at that.
No.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I'm like the bassist for a rockabilly band today. That's what I'm going with.
That shirt looks like if Steve Irwin was trying to church it up for a wedding. That shirt sucks.
This is what a cowboy would wear to a wedding. You're not wrong. Not a rhinestone cowboy, a real cowboy.
Yeah, dime store
Yeah,
cowboy.
not like Dak Prescott, like a real
Yeah,
cowboy.
a city slicker cowboy. like that guy Billy in that movie City Slickers.
Billy Crystal?
Yeah, Billy,
Was that his name in the movie also?
I assume.
Okay.
Daniel Stern was in it, which is the actual answer to best disembodied voices. It's Daniel Stern.
He's pretty good.
He's number one.
He's pretty good.
He's at the top.
I'm a big Yakov Smirnov guy myself.
Hey, Marie, take 10 minutes and talk about Minnesota Vikings preseason football.
No, I'm not.
yesterday,
I'm not
please.
taking. I'm not
Marie?
taking 10 minutes of your time. I did smash my 2 bets though with the 2 preseason games last night.
Two best friends.
I enjoyed the preseason game last night. I always enjoy losing to Drew Lock as a Minnesota Viking fan.
Who?
Drew Lock, the backup quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks.
He's still in the league?
Yeah,
He's still in the league.
Congratulations,
He's
Drew.
still in the league. I
Keep
know.
cashing them checks, Drew. Good
He's
job.
crushing it. Not that anyone cares. The only thing I was upset about
Okay.
was how many penalties were in the game, especially by the Minnesota Vikings offensive line.
It's a preseason. You got to work it out.
Of course.
It's practice.
But it's like I said, I know people are like, it's just preseason,
Oh,
Avery.
yes. Yeah, take
I
that,
just
take
I
that
just
accent
enjoy-
away. They're correct.
I just enjoy that I can bet on football and that football's on my TV.
Well, it was preseason for you too, right, Amory? What'd you do? You like pop some popcorn? Did you make sure the recliner was
Yeah.
reclining?
Yep.
Did you have your?
I was just yelling at the TV.
You were yelling.
warming up?
Are you being
Oh,
serious?
Yes, I was yelling at
Don't
the
you
TV.
live in a condo? Like,
How
don't you have
long- how
No, I
neighbors?
long
live in
did,
a house.
How long did your voice last? Did you make it all the way through the fourth quarter?
I fell asleep in the fourth quarter, to be honest with you.
That bad, huh?
Well, I was just tired, but I had a good time the first 3 quarters.
Matt McClelland is going to join us on the program today. He's
Nice.
the
Lucky
cut
us,
man,
man.
pizza enthusiast. He's walking in a little early. You can throw that headset on right now if you want, brother. Join us live in broadcast. We'll make sure those levels are right. Matt McClelland, welcome to Albuquerque, my man.
What's up, fellas?
How
Good to
are
be back.
you?
Back at the ABQ is what they call it out here, right?
Is what you just get in? What's up?
Got here
Lot of
last night.
nicknames.
Got here
Yeah?
last night. Went to Twin Peaks.
That's a
Had a
good
little
view
dinner.
over there.
Okay.
Yeah, great view. Like sitting out over looking out to the mountain ranges.
I'm also a fan of short skirts.
Long jackets. I'm into long
That was
jackets.
great. Got here, spent the whole day here at the Fighter Hotel, getting ready for tonight's BKFC 48
Isn't that
Back.
wild?
back in the Albuquerque.
Isn't
So you're staying in the same hotel as the fighters, right?
No, actually, it
No.
was full. It was booked up. So
Oh,
we're down
bummer.
the street. Yeah.
So how often in your travels has somebody like pulled the fire alarm on their opponent in the other hotel?
Thankfully,
You seen it?
none.
None?
Oh, I mean, that would be awful, right?
All right. Well, you need to put me in the corner. I got him some new strategies.
But no, last time we were here, like, we're talking and you're like, pick a favorite, who you think's got it. And I was talking about how media and we kind of have to separate ourselves. We just document what happens, not really cheer or root.
Sure.
Well, I've changed my stance.
Oh, here we go.
no.
Yeah,
What-
And there's only one right answer,
so
too.
we could save it for the next segment.
Okay,
but I just
perfect.
wanted to, but I want to fill you in on why I changed and why tonight is different.
Did did you have pizza last night?
I did not have pizza. I saved it for tonight.
Yeah.
I got to get the green chili, the Dion's. Man, that was
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Still saying you were still remembering it. You were
I
holding it.
was craving it.
Yes. So, for the friend of the show joining us, Matt McClellan with us. Obviously, everything. You work in a corner tonight or not?
Yes,
Just
I'm working
media?
the corner.
Okay. Who are you working for?
So I'm working the red corner for Billboard Mats.
Okay.
So we're a safety device that we collect the water and the ice and the blood and the Vaseline and the sweat and the tears to keep the canvas dry so fighters don't slip during the action.
As Van refers
Smart.
to them, precious bodily fluids.
Yes,
Sure.
precious
That's-
bodily fluids is
yeah.
what we collect.
Van hates sharing.
I'm a bodily fluid collector.
Van hates losing.
Same.
I mean, I'm pretty much a doctor.
I got to go to the clinic a lot for mine, though.
You're right. Yeah.
So you're out there all night, obviously, and then any media afterwards? What's the plan with that?
So no, I'm not really doing any of the media this time around.
Okay.
But I am, and the reason I changed my stance, I am in a fight camp this time.
What?
For the flyweight championship of the world, the inaugural belt, J.R. Ridge,
Yes.
my guy, versus your guy, hometown
Yeah, John
favorite,
Dodson.
John Dodson.
Oh, my
from
goodness.
the ABQ, going to fight for the world strap. So now I do have favoritism because I'm in a fight camp and I've been training him to get him ready for this moment and for this grandest stage of all.
We'll go on
I
the
mean,
link.
you could have saved this
No, we're gonna
for
I got-
later.
I got more.
You're
And
sitting
I know you guys
here.
are huge wrestling fans. And happy
Yeah.
birthday to the GOAT, Hulk Hogan. I had to rock out the Hulkamania socks.
Look at
Oh,
I had
that.
to bring out the Hulkamanias. So
I own those socks.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm
everybody-
trying to flex.
I think everybody should own
So
a pair.
you're going to sit down on Albuquerque Sports premier program and go against John Dodson with thousands of people going to be booing you tonight?
I know.
Goodness.
I know.
I know. It's a tough role, but now I have vested interest in the camp. I've been training them. I'm getting them conditioned. And, of course, if you invest your time in somebody, you want to see them do success, right? I mean, you don't want to waste your time. I mean,
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
don't pour all my energy and passion and talent into somebody and they go out there and lose.
Excellent point. So take us like into a camp. What does that look like? What's the day to day? What's your gig in
Good
the
question.
camp?
Sure. So there's skilled coaches that are going to work on mechanics. They're working on footwork. They're working on angles. They're working on, strategies in and out. I come in where I do two different things.
You give them a pizza diet,
I
and
give
then what
pizza
else?
diet. So I do help them with nutrition. I help them understand macros. I help them with weight cuts and get into the weight goal because there's different strategies to achieve.
Yeah.
So if you get into it and you just crash diet just to get a weight on a scale, by the time you get to that moment, you're so dehydrated, you're so weak and so fatigued and malnutrition that when you refill out, you don't feel good. You don't perform well, right? So it's carbohydrates and glycogen, and you end up cramping up during the middle of the competition. So there's this art form to weight cutting. But where I come in is I own a vertical gym. And what that vertical gym does is it takes away your balance and equilibrium to access your sympathetic nervous system. And that is what's engaged when you go into a combat sport. When that bell rings,
Right.
all you see is your opponent, and you've conditioned yourself to listen to the sound of the corner for reason and coaching because of the trust factor. The building could collapse. You won't know till after you're out of the sympathetic response. So what I do in fight camp is I get fighters comfortable being in that moment. I get them used to being uncomfortable, so they're getting comfortable being uncomfortable. And then we strengthen grip strength and bone density training and core strength and all that combined with the skills coaching.
Since you're on the program last time, Bare Knuckle was here in Albuquerque. And since then, we follow each other's Instagrams and I get to see the vertical training in action.
Yeah.
This is really cool. Where did this idea come from and how are you enacting it in your travels?
So as we talked last time I was here, I invented the pizza diet and I bullied my way into the health and fitness industry. I took a novelty food, I tracked macros, I ate it every single day for 4 months, and I went and gained the highest prize in the land. I won Mr. Universe AMBF Natural Bodybuilder of the Year,
Right.
GQ Magazine Elite Athlete of the Year. So I stayed in the health and fitness industry. And so because of that connection, and then this is a great lesson for life. In life, when you level up, you don't get to take everyone with you when you go. right? No matter what, you just don't have enough time to nurture and maintain all those relationships that you create.
I hate all of Van's old friends.
You should.
Yeah, I totally
Yeah,
feel you.
I would
Yeah.
too. And but you take the ones that are meaningful from either nostalgic memories that you'll never recreate ever, their blood family, because they're connected through bloodlines, or they're people who are in your current life now in this phase where you're at, whether it's kids or a certain street you live on or a job you have or passions that you have. And so a friend of mine I stayed in touch with through fitness 20 years ago from Denver, Colorado, became the master trainer of the GNAT, which is the vertical training facility. And so 20 years after the fact, you know how you have a friend and you always offer him like, hey man, come to the Albuquerque, I'll roll out the red carpet, stay at my house,
Right.
I'll show you around town. And you know that, you say that, Van, because you know they won't take you up on it. Right? So, but then I got called out. So Brandon calls me and says, hey man, you remember you said I could always stay at your place in Florida? I'm like, yeah, dude, always, whenever, dude. You know, I got you.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, we just crossed the state line. I'm like, what? I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean we? I was like, I got kids, dog. I was like, I got 2 daughters. I can't go to sleep at 11 and then they wake up, they got 2 grown men in the house they've never met. I was like, that doesn't work that way. So he's like, come on, man, I vouch for him. He's my dude. He's my partner. So they delivered this device to my doorstep. They had a meeting to sell it and it fell apart. So they left it in my house. And for months, I just looked at it. I mean, it collected dust.
Yeah.
At one point, there was a tarp over it.
Yeah, hung a lot of laundry on it.
I had no value. And then I learned like what the sympathetic response was. And then I was like starting to apply it to the fight game. I was like, okay, how can I use this to strengthen the connective tissue so that when punches or impact, there's stronger? Similar to, do you remember in school when the guys would come into the feats of strength and they would take like concrete blocks?
Oh yeah.
And then they would karate chop it and break like 6 of them in a row.
Yeah, ripping phone books and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember that like it was yesterday.
So if you look at the mechanics of it, right? They don't just chop and stop with their hand on the table or on the block. It would break their hand.
Sure.
They chop and the inertia, the energy goes down and it breaks the blocks. Their hand's already retreated. Same thing as a jab. So I've incorporated those techniques into the vertical conditioning. So we'll see tonight if J.R. Ridge takes the gold strap back to Florida. It's going to be one of those things where I was there from day one. I was there in his debut fight 2 years ago. I've been in his camp ever since. And 2 years later, if he's wearing the hardware, people are going to say, okay, what's this guy doing that I'm not doing that I got to do? Right. And I tell him, look, guys, I can't make you champions. That's your own heart, your own desire, your own abilities, your own genetics, your own strategy, all that. What I do is I give them tools to give them an advantage over their competition. And if this was hockey, I don't know, you guys have hockey out here?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
sure. Yeah.
But if this was a hockey stick and I only make you that much better than your opponent and that stick gets in front of the puck, you get more possession of time, more shots on goal, and a higher percentage chance to win the game. That's what I do.
We're gonna break down the Lion versus the Magician whenever we get back. It's gonna be a heck of a banger tonight. Van and I, all 3 of us will be there. So we're gonna check out Bare Knuckle Championship fighting tonight at Tingley. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Obviously, NFL talk will follow that because, hey, Marie, we're not going to go this whole show without me telling you how bad CJ Stroud sucks.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I got you. We'll be back more with Matt McClellan. How's the radio show going? Going good?
I love it.
Yeah, doing real well.
Yeah, yours or mine?
Right. Knockoutradio.com obviously is where you can get Matt and everything that's combat sports. So we'll go with that at length. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Golf Club. Our state's best golf
Clear.
on by golfers is Sandia Golf Club. Committed to providing the best experience and best conditions to golfers of all levels. There's nothing like it. Visit sandiagolf.com for the best available rates and to book your tee time today. We'll see you on the tee.
Well, traffic right now, we do have slowdowns both directions of I-40. We're still dealing with lane closures after that water damage earlier this week. Your 2 left lanes headed eastbound between Carlisle and San Mateo, those are closed, as well as the left lane westbound between Louisiana and the San Pedro Bridge. Elsewhere around town right now, southbound I-25, things moving slow between Osuna and Montgomery. Also dealing with slowdowns westbound on I-40. Those are going to start around 12th Street. They'll last until Coors. Both directions, of course, at the moment as you approach Montano are moving slow. And we're also dealing with a little congestion westbound on Paseo as you approach the river. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Opening Drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bach.
Richard Pitino is the third-year head coach of Global Men's Basketball.
The beauty of sports is it's not that my job is any more important than anyone else's. Everybody's job is important, but it is a great lesson in life because we have no idea with rules, the way this thing is all evolving, what the future holds. So I'm grateful for today. I'm appreciative of the opportunity that has been given to me, and that's all that we have. Nothing else is promised.
Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
These days, it's important to know people and businesses you can trust. There's a lot of places where you can buy a vehicle, but there's only a few local dealerships where you'll find honest people who have your best interests in mind. And Fiesta Subaru is one of them. We've been helping our neighbors save money and drive dependable cars for years, and we'd love to help you. With new Subarus arriving daily, you're going to love our selection and the peace of mind you'll get driving a Subaru from Fiesta. So stop by and see us today at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas, or just start driving now at fiestasubaru.com.
TJ Trout here, and Albuquerque has been seeing record-breaking heat. So are you tired of sweating and being hot in your home? Do you still have a swamp cooler? Well, Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and AC has an immediate solution for you. Convert to AC now. In most cases, Daniels can have your project executed in a week from initial consultation to install. Their install crews are working hard to create comfort for thousands of families across New Mexico. Stop procrastinating and call Daniels today for a no-obligation refrigerated air estimate at 505-898-8860. It's a game changer.
Your next success begins with University of Maryland Global Campus, an accredited state university for more than 75 years. UMGC has been giving working adults the affordable online education you need to reach the future you want. Because the path to success is different for everyone, we offer more than 125 undergraduate and graduate degrees and certificates, along with success coaches and life.
You have a minute.
Our online and hybrid courses let you learn on your schedule. No-cost digital materials in place of most textbooks, affordable tuition, and financial resources make UMGC accessible. You know what it feels like to succeed. We'll help you succeed again.
Got 30 seconds.
Isn't in your vocabulary. Reach your next goal at University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply now and save with no application fee. Undergraduate and most graduate courses start August 16th.
What's that?
Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev.
With every other attorney in town talking about winning and how much they've won, it's time we look at the facts and set the record straight. Lerner Rowe has helped over 150,000 people collect billions of dollars for their injuries, with over $1 billion recovered in the last 5 years alone. We have over 50 attorneys and over 400 legal professionals and their resources to fight for you. The reality is, there's Lerner Rowe, then there's everybody else.
Lerner Rowe can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Multi-state offices. Carlos Obri Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque. Glenn Lerner is only licensed in Nevada.
Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bach.
Here we go.
Wake up with the Opening Drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Mike is hot.
Come on, yeah, come on, yeah, come on. You better give me that.
Back on the program live at the Horn YMCA. Let's go.
Yeah.
The intersection of Indian School and San Mateo. Come hang out with your boys. Signing up right now will get you a free month out of Van Nunley's personal billfold.
Right out of my pocket, baby.
We're excited for that. So it's $1 a day. That's what it costs.
Not the first month that I'm giving you.
No, it's less than
that. One's free.
That is $0.
Free 99, baby.
So come do that. If you're getting that family membership, you know your kids are playing the athletics for free. Let's go.
Awesome.
Also, we're not trying to say we're better than anyone, but hey, Marie, Van and I got a sneak peek at the esports room today.
Yeah.
It is fire.
That sounds fun.
There was 10 TVs. I'm not exaggerating. You know how I throw hyperbole on stuff? This is a 100% factual statement. There were multiple reclining massage chairs.
Yeah.
For the kids to play video games in.
I didn't even count them because there's too many.
Rough life, these kids.
Wow. So the 10 TVs, there had to have been 20 of them because there was like 2 per TV.
Correct.
Yeah. You're not coming here to play against the internet. Coming here to play against your friends and soon your enemies.
Well, very fastly enemies.
Matt McClellan joining us, Knockout Radio.
What's up, guys?
He's a cut man. Also, he's a trainer now for J.R. Ridge, who's facing off against John Dobson. John Dobson, who debuted our Duke City Championship Wrestling belt the other day, Matt.
Tell me about the wrestling.
Oh, my gosh. We're having so much fun. So
I got to tell you, I missed the boat on that.
Yeah. Oh, did you?
I did. Like, so years ago, I had a driver work for me in my pizzeria.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to be a professional wrestler.
Hulk Hogan.
No, not that guy. He was a banker, actually.
Okay.
He got offered a job as a banker, and he went away and he did his first wrestling show that weekend, and he heard the roar of the crowd.
Yes.
And he said, nothing will top that.
No, it's
and
like
he goes,
drugs.
And he goes, and I can't do the job. So he turned down the banking job, and he followed his dream, and that's how he got into pro wrestling.
Van and I.
Does he go by the banker?
No, he goes by
it goes by Hulk Hogan.
It's time to cash these checks.
Wow, that's actually super good one.
Thank you. Yeah, that is good.
Well, there's something to be said because you're always chasing the new drug, right? Like, and if you're going into like a environment to where you know you're going to be cheered because you're supposed to be, or you know you're going to be jeered because you're supposed to be.
Sure,
that's an addiction.
Oh, for
man.
sure.
I love it. I love everything about
and
it.
the talent to like get the crowd engaged.
Yeah,
because the true superstars, the Conor McGregors of the world.
Yeah,
right. They have equal people love them as equal hate them.
Mm-hmm.
So half the people pay to watch them lose, half the people pay to watch them win, and they share 100% of the revenue, right? So those are the true superstars. So when you have that kind of ability to emotionally connect to a crowd, either a heel or a baby face, that's the true talent.
We got that going on our program because everyone loves me.
Yeah.
Conversely,
for sure,
everyone hates Fred.
And we 100% hate Conor McGregor. So we have that going as well.
Why?
What
respect? Hey, game recognized game.
I can't.
He's a talented performer.
I can't separate the art from the artist. That's where I get a little worked up. That's where I get. But
I don't know if he does either.
Yeah, right.
I think he's so far removed from what he once was. I don't know if he actually knows what he's doing.
Well, it's living the gimmick is addictive.
It is.
Living the gimmick is like a very weird life, and some of the people that get sucked into it, and it's not hard. I was at SummerSlam last weekend, right, and I'm fortunate to be known by a handful of people in that world out there, and it's not hard to make every story seem that much bigger. It's not hard to embellish a little bit all the way, and once that becomes your everyday action in life, you're in a lot of trouble.
Well, I'm not very scriptural. I'm not very biblical.
Yeah.
But Jay-Z said,
fame
is the worst drug known to man. So
sage-like advice.
But fame is the worst drug known to man, and it's stronger than heroin. And when you can look in the mirror and still not see what you've become, and it's true.
Yeah,
I mean, it is absolutely true. When you get addicted to the spotlight, addicted to the attention and the antics that these fighters do to build a name or a fan base.
I didn't know
wrestling.
I didn't know we're getting existential today, but I am here for it, baby. Let's go.
So, would you want to quote your favorite prophet, Lamar?
Which one?
Kendrick.
Oh, Kendrick.
Yeah, Kendrick.
Which one?
Yeah.
Everything's going to be all right. What are you?
That's a super good one. It's from the famed words of Jay-Z. It's a hard not life for us.
Yeah, we were dropping knowledge today.
So John Dobson comes on our promotion, Duke City Championship Wrestling. Days view our belt. He's got a whole little angle with Turbo Tony, who's just the worst heel here in the city. He's able to go over him in a one-upsmanship kind of battle. Does the backflip, the crowd just erupts.
Oh,
you know
for
what I mean?
sure.
And I know tonight that just a countless number of, because I'm in the group chats for Duke City Championship Wrestling on the social media, they're coming out to support our guy.
Yeah.
They're coming out to support John. But you're
should.
saying he might have his hands full tonight. That's your opinion.
I'm trying to make his hands full.
Okay.
That's my job. I'm trying to get, the fight fans are going to be the winners at the end of tonight.
Yeah.
Right. Because back in July, I was blessed enough to be in both fight camps for Ryan Royal Reber versus Travis the Animal Thompson. They fought in Lakeland, Florida, bare knuckle boxing. They fought each other. Both camps trusted me with integrity to say, look, don't give away any secrets. Don't talk about weaknesses. Don't talk about injuries. But we trust you that you have our best interests at heart. Both camps gave me the full green light to train both fighters for the same fight. I had a fight on the blue side and the red side. They went 5 rounds, draw, bonus 6 round, fight at night. Both guys got bonuses. Both guys earned the respect of fight fans. And that's what I hope to bring tonight to Albuquerque.
Speaking of fight fans, Albuquerque is absolutely chock full of them.
Yeah.
This is the second big event here for BKFC.
Man.
What do you expect out of Albuquerque tonight?
Man, it's exactly what happened last time. The Uber driver knew the fights were tonight, and the lady at Target checking out knew that the fights were tonight. And it's a buzz throughout the community because of the Jackson Wink connection and all the superstars that reside here, the John Jones and the Holly Holmes that came out last time to show support. It's unbelievable what a culture you guys have for the fight community. Plus, you've got altitude. That's why all the athletes move here.
Yeah,
training in thinner air and creating red blood cells and boosting performance. And I mean, it's just an unbelievable training ground for anyone who wants to become a professional.
3-1 is JR Ridge. John is sitting at 2-0. They're pretty similarly sized. And correct me if I'm wrong, JR's from the Philippines. Is that right?
Philippines.
Okay. So, but he's been over here for a long time.
For sure. Yeah,
okay.
He's been here.
And I know he's got a big fan base like in the Texas as well. And I know they're coming over from across the state line to be a part of this thing too. I mean, it could be, even though in Albuquerque, the hometown of John, it could be a little more of a fan base there for JR Ridge than I thought might be when this was announced so many months ago.
I don't think so.
No?
I mean, this is
Yeah.
this is John Dodson
Okay.
territory. This is John Dodson country. But it's going to be electrifying. At 125 pounds, these guys are going to be throwing. Like, don't blink because you will miss it. But going back to the wrestling side, right? I once told Hulk Hogan in the gym, we were doing a little pizza promo. I had my pizza box, and I always make him what's called the Hulk Hogan pizza, which is an egg white grilled chicken, spinach, Roma tomato pizza.
Oh my
So
goodness!
So it's a high protein pizza. It's his favorite pizza. I always make it for him. And so we did a little pizza skit promo, and I said, "Hey Terry, do you know why wrestling's the dumbest sport on earth?"
Let me help Van real quick. Terry Bollea.
Terry Bollea.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, cool.
And I go, "You know, wrestling's the dumbest sport on earth?" And he goes, "Why?" I said, "Because two guys fighting for a belt and they got no pants on." And then he's like, "You know, dumber than that."
That's a good point.
And he took my pizza and then he ran away. So
never to be seen again.
But I had a dream of delivering, you know, a beating to the wrestling world. Like, I wanted to come in, the doorbell rings, you know, it's the pizza guy coming down the ramp, covered in flour, and just like, you know, hot pizza delivering a whooping.
Yeah.
And then AEW signed like the Luigi guy, the pizza guy, and he's like the little Italian.
I know
dude.
exactly what you're talking about. Van has no idea.
I have no clue.
Matt the Delivery Man McClellan is a very good name for a pro wrestler. I don't know why you haven't capitalized on this.
I just got to get to it. I got to get back to the grindstone. But now I know people in the wrestling promotion game. So maybe I come back out to Albuquerque.
Featured
30 minutes or less, or this ass whipping's free.
Not so bad. BKFC is tonight. For the friends
Bring
of
in
the
the tagline today, baby. Let's go.
For those making their way out to maybe their first event, Matt, what are they going to experience? The doors are going to open at 5.
Yep.
I believe the prelims start at 6, and then the main card starts at 7. What time is the main event going to go on? How long of a night is friend of the show looking forward to?
So unlike boxing, where they're scripted for 12 rounds, you know, 36 minutes of action plus rest time in between, you know, those drag out for a long period of time. Bare knuckles, 5 2-minute rounds, right? And because there's no gloves, now let's talk about the glove for a second.
Sure.
The boxing glove was never designed to protect the brain. The boxing glove was designed to protect the hand from breaking, so it didn't stop the action, so that the ticket holder got a longer venue of entertainment. So when these guys are throwing bare knuckle, they're not throwing full power, but the fight's in a lot quicker because there is no protection. So if I told you, Van, hey, I want you to smash your head against that green wall right there at the YMCA.
I'm in.
And I tell you to put a football helmet on, you're going to hit it a heck of a lot harder with the helmet on because you know you got protection. Now, if I tell you to take the helmet off, you're going to gingerly hit it. You're not going to throw full force. So the bare knuckle boxing is actually a more skillful event. So it's more bloody and it's a little bit more gory because it's superficial flesh wounds. But as far as damage and swelling of the brain and permanent brain damage, in my opinion, it's the safest of all combat sport.
Let's talk a little bit about like the strategy involved, because you're mentioning, like, you know, you take a little off, you go for more contact. I mean, there's also the aspect of you want to cut, you want to hit, you know, the right parts of the head and the face, and not only just go for the knockout. There's a lot more going on.
For sure. You know, and there's a lot more you can do defensively, because if you duck your head and they throw a punch and the top of the skull is the hardest part, their hand breaks, fight's over. Right. So a lot of guys will actually more duck and try to, you know, cause their own damage on the other side from an offensive strike. But there's a lot of strategy behind it. It's toe to toe. You know, they line up 3 feet apart, that bell rings, and there is no circling and running away. It's just meet in the center and throw hands.
Matt McClellan joining us on the program. He's in a corner tonight, obviously knockoutradio.com, where you can kind of get your analysis on everything.
Yeah.
Was Tour de Pizza still the same thing?
Yeah, I'm still there. Still got the pizza thing. So
let's go on that too. That's the way it should be.
So, you know, because it's one of those things where, like, you probably know, I mean, you have your hands in a lot of different pots, right? Yeah, irons in the fire. And you just, you need something to do that's consistent. So the restaurant for me is my foundation. If I don't have a fight weekend, or I don't have a camp to go in, or I don't have another project I'm a part of, then I'm at my restaurant. And I just kind of do that. And then I pop out and I'll come here for 2 days and I'll go back and I'll make some more pizza.
We went out to Two on, and the Sports Animal went out to the Super Bowl last year. That's where we connected.
Yeah.
So you're going to be at the Super Bowl again next year?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, Las Vegas.
And
Let's go.
what do we do to get our tables next to each other? Do we have to make a special request? What's the rule? I have no idea.
Not really sure. I mean, I don't really know who's in charge of layout of the floor. But are you guys going out to Vegas for the Formula One?
Yeah. Okay. So we talked about it.
Yeah.
The schedule's bad is kind of the bottom line. But that looks to be the event of all events.
I think, Formula One on the Strip.
It's going to be bonkers.
Unbelievable. It's going to be crazy.
I also saw that when they're preparing the setup stuff now.
Yeah.
It's being prepared now. And I guess the idea is they have it all staged the exact way it's supposed to go outside the city limit, and they're going to bring it all in and complete everything over the course of just a couple hours, do this thing and have it all tore down just as I almost want to see a time lapse of building the course. That stuff's incredible to me.
Unbelievable. Yeah, they're going to create a whole racetrack on the Strip in a day.
Super sweet. Just incredibly sweet. Anything we missed, Matt? We got to cut you loose.
What's up?
Anything did we miss?
No, I think we're good. I got to get to the arena, and I'll see you guys there. See you back in the studio. Who is that?
That's A-Marie.
Hi, A-Marie. How are you?
Hello. Good. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Awesome. You coming tonight? You going to be at the arena?
I'm actually performing, so I cannot.
Whoa, perform. What do you do?
I do stand-up comedy.
Oh.
It's literally at the same time, which is so unfortunate because I was actually really excited. And Van and Fred are not going to believe me, but I really would have gone.
No, you would not have.
I swear, I really wanted to go.
Have you guys done stand-up comedy?
We'll FaceTime.
Have you done?
They try to do it. They try to do it every day.
Unbelievable. That's the hardest thing. Hardest thing to do. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But I think every human should do.
I think bare knuckle fighting's a little more terrifying.
No way. I'd
really
get punched in the face than to have a crowd go silent on me on stage.
Well, Amory, you're the only one.
Really?
Yeah. It's terrifying. You can't see.
People always say that. I'm like, man, getting punched in the face. I'm just going up talking about my life.
Amory, you're the only one here who's a professional stand-up comedian and an amateur bare knuckle fighter.
Right.
What, in your opinion, which one is harder?
I think bare knuckle fighting.
Okay, there you go. There's the breakdown.
I understand why people are scared though. People are scared of public speaking though. Not obviously this crew, but in general, majority of them. I think the people out in the world.
Amory grew up with the Brentwood baddies, iron sharpens
He's
iron.
going to be like, what is that?
I don't know what that is. Is that a thing?
It's a thing in the 505.
Okay.
In the Northeast Heights.
It's the best throw-off bit that gained legs for no reason whatsoever.
No reason.
Matt McClellan, thank you so very much, brother.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you tonight.
Thanks, my dude.
We're a handful of minutes away from us breaking down the NFL, including CJ Stroud sucks. And I would try to give analysis on the Vikings, but I, like the rest of America, did not watch it.
Nope.
2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by
Claire.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Want to save big on custom faux wood blinds, shutters, cellular shades, and more? Shop Blindster today and save up to 50% over comparable blinds from brick and mortar stores. Get custom blinds at low prices and free shipping at Blindster.com.
Traffic right now, things moving slow southbound on I-25 as you approach Osuna. That's going to last until Montgomery. We will be continuing to see slowdowns this afternoon, both directions by 40. Of course, we had that water damage earlier this week. Your two left lanes headed eastbound between Carlisle and the San Pedro Bridge remain closed, and the left lane westbound closed between Louisiana and the San Pedro Bridge. Slowdowns westbound on I-40 starting around 2nd Street. Those are going to last until Rio Grande. Both directions, of course, right now continuing to move slow as you approach Montano and dealing with some congestion westbound on Paseo between 2nd Street and the river. Your neighborhood Napa Auto Care Center is scheduling service appointments. Visit autocarenm.com for a list of independently owned shops that offer a 24-month, 24,000-mile warranty. Find a shop near you today at autocarenm.com. This report is sponsored by Napa Auto Care Center's Business Development Group. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Jim Rome Show.
In the end, it really is pretty underwhelming. Don't get me wrong, Tennessee desperately needed to add an outside weapon. Ever since they created that A.J. Brown-sized hole in their offense, they have needed help at wide receiver. And whatever is left of D-Hop is infinitely better than whatever it is they have right now. Name one active Titans receiver with at least 1,000 career yards. I'm guessing there's no way that Nuke thought that he would end up signing for 2 years and $26 million, but here we are.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Casino at the Downs hosts Hot August Cash. Monday through Friday, noon to 10 p.m. 3 winners every 2 hours. Each win $150 cash. Enjoy random promos daily. Downs Derby weekends. Great dining and more. Only at Casino at the Downs, Louisiana and Central. Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino is hiring, and some positions include a cash bonus. Work in a fun environment as security, slot attendant, players club, and many more, including seasonal live horse racing. Join the winning team. Visit abqdowns.com/careers for listings.
Take a small step toward a big future for your child and get them caught up on their vaccines. Just like helmets, seatbelts, and all the other ways you keep your fearless child safe, vaccines are a proven and effective way to strengthen your child's immune system, to protect them from illness and set them up for a bright future. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Make an appointment to get your child caught up on their vaccines today. Get started at vaccinenm.org/kids.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
Indigo Mortgage is proud to have served veterans with honesty and integrity for the last 20 years. And in these last 20 years, veterans have trusted Indigo Mortgage for purchases or refinances utilizing their VA home loan benefits. Indigo Mortgage is known in the veteran community to offer some of the lowest rates and fees in New Mexico. Veterans refer veterans, and we take that very serious, as they are trusting us to make sure their fellow vets get the best rates and fees on the market. Veterans know they can trust Indigo Mortgage, and we set ourselves apart from the big national lenders who are interested in profits rather than serving our veterans. And if you're a veteran looking for any kind of home loan, make sure to shop your mortgage around and be sure to shop your trusted local mortgage company, Indigo Mortgage, serving veterans for the last 20 years. Reach us on the net at indigomortgage.net or by calling 836-5700. That's 836-5700. NMLS 231962 and 188-348.
Mix a little sports analysis, pop culture, and great interviews, and you've got the Rich Eisen Show podcast.
The Jets are bracing themselves into doing Hard Knocks this year.
Bracing themselves. Look, coaches want to control the controllables. They don't want to have a camera crew in the building. You know, I know that they want to lie low. This is what happens when you go.
All right, here we go.
And get Aaron Rodgers. Are you kidding me?
The Rich Eisen Show podcast, wherever you listen.
Don't just friggin' sit there. Get in the game right now at 888-922-0610.
Mike's hot. Guys, Mike is hot, okay?
Back live at the YMCA Central Mexico, the Horn location, Indian School in San Mateo. Good little sit down with Matt McCall. I don't even have that energy, my man.
He's going to be bringing it for hours. He's got some work to do tonight.
He loves combat sports more than I do.
I can confidently say he loves combat sports more than I love HBO's hit TV series The Wire.
The Wire.
The Wire.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a super good one. Yeah, I'm about supporting people who like are passionate for their thing, you know. And there's such a varying level of passion. And combat sports is one that brings that. NFL football is one. You know, there's a handful of just like insanely, but for some reason polarizing. You know, and it's like I think there's and this might sound stupid, but I think there is a equal fan base that hates combat sports. I think there's a fan base that's like, I won't under any circumstance, even on a free ticket, go to a thing out of principle. And then there's the guy that is, no matter what, I will never miss one. Like I will alter my life and it's kind of an incredible product.
Yeah, I will never go watch your nephews LARPing in the park.
No.
So I understand.
Not out of principle, though. Hey, Marie, where's your show tonight?
It's at 377 Brewery.
Ooh, good
It's
spot.
every second Friday of the month, and it's free.
Every second.
Not a math guy. You have to just tell me when.
Yeah, just.
There you go. It's tonight.
Oh, it's tonight.
Did you know we were busy, and that's why you didn't invite us?
Actually, I assumed you're at bare knuckle boxing. I'm not gonna lie.
We would have gone.
A lot of people are going.
Would you like? I mean, because we can open like next time you have a show.
No, that's okay.
Van
But I
and
really appreciate you
We
guys.
could be openers for you.
Maybe I'll let you do it one time.
It's just the auto no with Anne-Marie.
Yeah, it's no matter what the
just
question is.
default no is your answer for everything.
Like you're gonna go up together,
Yes,
Sure.
like a duo.
correct.
All right,
Yeah.
I think that maybe should happen at
It's
least
on
once.
brand. Come on.
I think
What do you
at least
expect?
once you should do it.
You would
Do you want to open or do you want to headline?
open? The answer is obviously
Yeah, open.
you start every big WWE event with a tag team match to get the crowd going.
Yes.
Oh, see, I'm unaware of this.
Yeah. So you hand
Same.
me the mic and I go, it's 377 Brewery, Albuquerque.
Okay.
You know
So-
what that means?
The comedians are here.
Yeah, the comedians are.
What happens after a tag team? One-on-one?
We're still talking about
shift are
wrestling?
we in? Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about wrestling.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Usually because everyone was so hyped, they just put in like a boring women's match.
Ouch.
Okay,
Which
and
is
then
my favorite part.
probably a lot of the crowd's favorite part. And then does it have a headliner?
It's called the
main event?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's-
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Just want to make sure.
called the main event. It's kind
Okay,
of a big deal.
apologize. You know, I'm new to this stuff.
Here's an example. The opener of like a pro wrestling show or the opener of your comedy show would be CJ Stroud.
Okay.
He goes out
Mm.
first because he's so bad.
Ooh.
Or he's new and needs to work on it, and maybe he's gaining experience so he can become the main event.
Experience at throwing interceptions. That's the experience.
No. He's already good at that.
Oh, okay. He's got
Yeah.
that one down.
No, don't worry about that one.
Yeah. Are you talking about experience of like standing on his tippy toes trying to see over the offensive line? Is that what he's trying to get experience at?
You're thinking of Bryce Young.
You know. Oh,
You're thinking of the other one.
I hate that I'm laughing so hard at that.
These are the jokes. You got to put me in the stand-up show.
Okay.
You know,
Rookie, we have a.
You don't think any top? Do you think it's because he's focused on because he was a top draft pick, or do you think there's just like no hope he's going to be trash? Like that you're not giving him any little leeway of it being preseason.
Why didn't he get a haircut?
What are you, George Steinbrenner
All
now?
I'm
Why
saying
do you
is
care if people
Yeah.
like have their hair?
There's a more focus, is what I'm saying. If you're not worried about
You
doing
think that was the problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Trevor
Nothing.
Lawrence sucked his first year too. Like
He still has long hair.
He
He's fantastic.
still has. Yeah.
Okay,
What
well,
are
I
you
guess
talking
if
about?
Texas wants to wait 3 years like Jacksonville had to.
3 years. Okay.
It's only been 2, but anyways, we
Yeah.
get we get
Oh,
the gist.
You think he was
We-
good last year?
Or
He
what?
was the best quarterback in the
You-
NFL the second half of the season.
They didn't make him
Fred,
playoffs.
you're not allowed to have opinions on fashion, style, haircuts, anything.
I have a
Van and I
gentleman's-
decided
I
that.
have a gentleman's haircut and I dress very fashionably.
No, Amory, me and you didn't decide that. The world decided that.
This is a really nice button up.
No, you dress professionally, but you're
Yeah.
a very basic dude.
Basic.
Yeah.
I bought
You
I bought a pink suit after the Barbie movie came out.
probably because you host wrestling events.
And I can wear it to open up all right, so I'm live at 377 Brewery doing stand-up comedy the second Friday next month.
Okay.
So that is, let me do the math on this real quick.
There's not comedy next month, actually, because I'll be in Minnesota.
September all right,
Lies.
yeah, so
I'll be at the home opener.
catch me
catching the Minnesota Vikes.
Oh, okay.
Playing
You're
Baker
telling me
Mayfield.
I'm opening my very
So
first
you guys
stand-up
just-
ever in Albuquerque.
Should I just let you guys run the show next month?
It's on Friday, October the 13th at 377 Brewery. That's when me and Van's debut is.
That's the lunar eclipse or whatever's going down.
Van.
During Balloon Fiesta.
Now I'm back in.
Yeah, we're back in now.
Okay.
You got us.
Is it on a Friday?
It's on a Friday the 13th.
Oh, we do our show Friday from the Balloon Fiesta.
Oh, we do.
Well, then you can go.
We'll never make it over
It'll
there
be till
with
7.
traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
we're
my
never
gosh,
getting out.
it's gonna be a nightmare.
For our 4 o'clock show at the Balloon Fiesta, we have to get there at like noon.
Yep.
No, I know.
Ugh.
I know.
And we're not out of there till midnight.
Yeah.
Because
we can do it remotely. You guys got Zoom?
They have a projector.
Done.
For movies. Can we put a Zoom on a projector?
I could do it over FaceTime.
I'm going to
Connected to a mic?
Hear
All
me
right,
out.
we'll
Hear me
figure
out.
it
I
out.
have the
Okay.
answer. I know the answer. Here's what it is. We broadcast live from the Balloon Fiesta. Done. Then they do what? The glow. Then what? We jump in a hot air balloon. Up over to 377.
Loving
we
this.
land in the Little Caesars parking lot.
Yep. This is all checking out.
I actually know some balloon pilots that might be down for that.
Can you fly at night? What are the rules on this?
You know, I think you can't, but well, I don't know. I'm gonna
I
ask.
think it's an air pressure thing.
I'll put my cell phone on strobe light with the flashlight, and it should be safe.
Sounds very safe.
It sounds flawless.
Got a break.
You can see all of the power lines at night. It's gonna be real smart.
Here's how you know this is really happening, because I'm going to park my car at 377, Uber over to the Balloon Fiesta.
Uh-huh.
Don't you live by 377? Do you want the balloon to just?
Good point.
I'll drop you off.
Yeah, just touch down in my pool.
Just leave a air tag on top of 377 Brewery.
Okay.
Just follow my tag.
This is a good thing. Thank you guys for marketing the show and the future of your tag team stand up at 377 Brewery.
That'll be $347, by the way.
That's what it costs to have us out there.
That's exactly that amount.
Yes.
And advertising.
And advertising.
It's built in.
I appreciate. Get your bag.
Also, this, because everyone's so familiar with A-Marie at the 377 shows, our entire opening bit is just jokes about A-Marie.
Oh, duh.
So we know.
And then they'll get so uncomfortable. They'll
So
be like, they're like protective of me over there. So that will be
we
good.
walk in, we're like, where are the Brentwood baddies at? It's just crickets.
Actually, in October, I think a Brentwood baddie will be in town to go to the show, because a lot of the Brentwood baddies don't live here, but they're going to be in town for Balloon Fiesta and my wedding reception. So you could make it a whole thing and talk about the Brentwood baddies.
Jock Tony will join us whenever we get back. We obviously have to talk about Hard Knocks. 2 Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Sponsored by Blinds.
Clear.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows, and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Traffic right now, several things that we need to make you aware of this afternoon. Westbound on I-40, just west of the Tejares exit, there's a small fire, and that is causing slowdowns. You're going to be really careful in that area. Also, eastbound on I-40, we've got crash cleanup going on as you approach the interchange. Also, crash cleanup westbound Montgomery, just west of Carlisle. You're going to see slowdowns going back to San Mateo with that one. Also, you're going to continue to deal with slowdowns this afternoon in both directions of I-40 after that water damage shut down lanes in both directions earlier this week. Your 2 left lanes headed eastbound between Carlisle and the San Pedro Bridge remain closed, and the left lane westbound is closed between Louisiana and the San Pedro Bridge. Also, westbound on I-40 between 2nd Street and Rio Grande, traffic moving slow there. Also dealing with congestion westbound on Paseo between 2nd Street and the river.
This report is brought to you by Malloy Los Lunas.
Make this the summer in a new Ram truck from Malloy Ram in Los Lunas, with financing as low as 2.9% for 72 months on a new 2023 Ram 1500. When you think Ram, think Malloy Ram. MalloyRam.com with the approved credit. See dealer for all details.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Maggie Gray with the CBS Sports Minute. Look around the NFL and it feels like more teams than usual with boom or bust potential. The Jets are all in with Aaron Rodgers, but have a shaky offensive line and play in a tough division. The Browns have a solid roster, but are counting on Deshaun Watson regaining his old form from 3 years ago. And the Broncos, who were a laughingstock last year, have Sean Payton, but Russell Wilson will turn 35 this season. I'm Maggie Gray.
Telling it like it is.
Quarterback in the NFL is an utter pressure cave. And then there's Mahomes. TV cameras hovering, newborn, challenging brother, playing with 9 or 10 rookies, scrutiny of the world, most talked about football player on the earth, won the Super Bowl. His game is his personality.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe, here to tell you the biggest thing I've learned about insurance companies over the years, and it's really simple. They don't care about you. That's it. Insurance companies are publicly traded companies who have an obligation to their shareholders to deliver profits. They have teams of investigators, adjusters, and lawyers all working against you from the moment you call them, and they want to pay you as little as possible for your injuries. Hurt in a wreck? Call Lerner & Rowe today.
Can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Carlos Obri Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque. Glenn Lerner is only licensed in Nevada.
Lobo fans, football season tickets are on sale now for as low as $86. That's less than $15 a game. The Lobos have an attractive home schedule this season, which features in-state rival New Mexico State on September 16th. This season will feature a new state-of-the-art light show during games, on-field DJ, increased tailgate atmosphere, and much, much more. Join us at University Stadium this fall by visiting golobos.com/tickets today.
Wendy's is open till midnight or later, so you can give in to the craving and go night mode. Now all of your favorite menu items just got their bedtime extended. You can get what you want even later, like the Baconator with 6 strips of bacon, or the perfect fries and frosty duo. If you're up later, then so are we. So go ahead and pull through the drive-thru. When the craving hits, go night mode at Wendy's. Open till midnight or later. All right.
Lenny's on the phone.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, hours may vary.
The Dell Technologies Back to School event is on with deals on top tech for class, hobbies, and more. Now, when you buy, you support a cause. With every eligible purchase, Dell will donate to UNICEF in support of GIGA, a UNICEF ITU global initiative to connect schools across the globe to the internet. Accidental damage protection included. Get rare deals on select laptops and desktops powered by the latest Intel Core processors. Save now at Dell.com/deals. UNICEF does not endorse any company.
Lenny's going to call back.
Okay.
Well, Lenny.
80 million Americans depend on AM radio for their news, weather, sports, and a community connection. It's the back.
Okay, the problem is there's not enough room in 377.
Internet services are down. This free emergency service could be Lifeline. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio.
14th of October.
You may text stop to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association.
Nice. Congrats.
All step
It's football themed.
for child and get them caught up on their vaccines.
I'm asking everyone to wear a football jersey.
All the other ways you keep your fearless child.
And
we're sneaking in. We're crashing.
What time does it
and
start?
it's college football. We're gonna have like betting and everything's gonna be decorated like football games.
Appointment to get your child caught up on their vaccine.
14, but I'll just hang out there all day then.
Just go with us.
.org/kids.
We're gonna throw a way better.
Gotta
party
be
than
kidding
you
me,
at
dude.
Jim.
Or just at like the bar at 377.
On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Here we go.
If you want to become a member of the YMCA, YMCACNM.org. Come down, hang out. Costs about $1 a day. Jacques Tony's here to tell us all about it. Jacques, welcome to the program, brother.
Thank you guys for having me.
Well, I mean,
again,
what's up? You got the highest membership rating numbers ever right now. What's up? You killing it?
we're killing it.
Yeah.
But we still got some more to do. We want to reach out to our community and keep everybody involved. So we got our sports registration. We just extended that for everyone.
Futsal has hundreds of kids in it. I saw.
Yes, hundreds of kids, and we just opened up some more spots since everyone wants it. So we extended the registration to the 18th now as well. So get your kids down here, get them in there. We started at 3 years old.
Super young.
So how many? Okay, you already sold out the first round of futsal. How many more spots are open? Because these are going to fill fast too.
We opened up 2 more spots per division, so it's going to be 6 in total.
Oh, okay. So in the best bet on that, come get the family membership.
Boom.
And then your kid is in for another fee, or that's included as an activity. How does that work?
That's going to be a part of your membership.
What?
That's so sweet, dude.
You're going to play futsal for free?
That's so sweet.
For the free.
Got to buy a jersey?
Got to pay for the jersey, just $15, but
And
that's the only thing that they have to pay for.
It's cheap.
They get to keep it forever. They're going to wear it till they grow out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I still wear mine too. And it's like a crop top now, but I'm still wearing it.
Where is my Little League jersey?
I have one of mine. I have my Texas City Rebels Baffle Bay Area Football League jersey.
I have my Lewis and Clark Junior High Patriots basketball jersey.
There you go.
From middle school, framed at my house. And I forgot where it was for a minute, and I put a ton of effort into preserving it.
Yeah, I have my Springfield Rifles jersey. I got it when I was 5 years old, my first football team.
So this is a very good name for a team. there was a Springfield Rifle. Like, this is a very smart name for a team.
Yeah. We were a really good team, too. We played all together until middle school, actually. So we used to dominate.
And you would just whoop up on the M1 Garands?
Yeah.
That's a good World War I reference.
Ah.
Oh my gosh, working on that. Your New Jersey Jets were on Hard Knocks earlier this week. Jacques, it was obviously the worst episode ever of Hard Knocks.
Oh, my God. These crows are coming already.
Come on. No one gets that reference.
Hey, you're not a Jet. That's what it is, man. You don't fly high with us Eagles, and
different team.
It's a different team. Fly with
I
us.
thought it was a great episode, man. We already got Aaron Rodgers talking to Sauce on the sideline.
He's not a Jet.
So, as I said, since he's going to be wearing green this year, wearing that beautiful number 8, even though Namath told him he can wear the 12, respectfully, he's going to still wear that 8. He already told the man, I see you being a future Hall of Fame like my boy Revis. And you know what? I see a future for my man Sauce.
That wasn't Aaron Rodgers. That was Rodney Harrison at midfield, and then he had to afterwards introduce himself as working for NBC Sports.
That was Aaron Rodgers, my mind. So.
They're standing in midfield, right? And he goes, "My name's Rodney. I work for NBC Sports." Because that's how old Rodney Harrison is now. Juice Gardner had no idea who he was.
Juice Gardner?
Is that not correct?
Yeah, put some respect on my man's name.
I just thought I had it correct. Is that not
Top
what it was?
5 corner in the league, man. So put some respect on his name.
No one's trying to be that. That's not an impressive stat.
That's not impressive? Revis Island wasn't impressive? Ask Randy Moss about that.
About what?
Revis Island.
Hall of Famer? Randy Moss, that one?
Yeah, about the Hall of Famer Darrell Revis
Interesting.
Also. Did you see that last weekend?
Did the Patriots beat the Jets twice in the season they went undefeated? I can't remember.
Sure did.
Jacques, stick around with us. We're going to talk a little bit more about
the
why.
YMCA.
Obviously, we're going to get into a little bit of conversation about betting as well, as everyone's addicted to it, and it's worse than everything on the planet. Zooming on live from the YMCA Horn location. Big thank you to John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker for sponsoring our studio. Big thank you to I-9, which we haven't identified a varsity. We need to do that before the end of the week. Big thank you to I-9 Sports. They're doing the registrations right now. We're about to have a sit down with them next week and talk about some approaches to get some kids in their youth
The
programs.
best people.
Super excited for that. Don't forget 5 o'clock. It's for New Mexico's vodka. That's Teller vodka. We're not going to do that here at the Y, but we're going to do it tonight at Bare Knuckle Fighting.
Yeah, we are.
2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Big thank you to the Albuquerque Duke store. Let's get some merch. The Sports Animal.
Clark's Pet Emporium.
Clear.
Thank you.
85 degrees, even with the windows cracked, can be deadly for your pet. Obviously, some days are even hotter. Clark's Pet Emporium has loved pets and their owners for 50 years. Clark's on Lomas, west of San Mateo, Manoa at Wantabo, and at clarkspets.com. This report is sponsored by Clark's Pet Emporium. Traffic right now, we've got that crash eastbound on I-40 right at the interchange, and that is causing slowdowns and backups. Be careful, watch yourself in that area. Westbound Montgomery, just west of Carlisle, we've got a crash. You're going to see slowdowns going back to San Mateo with that one. Also, we're going to continue to deal with congestion and slowdowns both directions of I-40 after that water damage earlier this week. Your 2 left lanes headed eastbound between Carlisle and the San Pedro Bridge remain closed, and the left lane westbound is closed between Louisiana and the bridge. Also dealing with slowdowns right now westbound on I-40 starting around 2nd Street. Those will last until Rio Grande. And seeing more congestion right now westbound on Paseo between Jefferson and Coors.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. If you're like many people, you may think custom blinds is a job for expensive professionals. Well, at Blindster, if you have a tape measure and a screwdriver, you can install our custom blinds and save big. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. Given that he's the most decorated head coach in NFL history, the hood man, Bill Belichick, is sure feeling the heat these days. And you know what? He should be. This guy is not bulletproof, especially after that disgraceful clown show of an offensive plan last season. An offensive plan so horrific, you could call it malpractice. In fact, you should call it malpractice, or just moronic, or doomed from the jump, or all of the above, because it was all of those things. So, is he the GOAT or not? I never wanted to get caught up in all these hot takes about the two of these guys, but the numbers don't lie. Brady bounces, he gets a ring. Belichick, on the other hand, is 79 and 87 overall without Brady. Absolutely, Belichick is sitting on a hot seat. His greatest job security right now is that Bob Kraft wants him to break Don Shula's all-time record.
These days, it's important to know people and businesses you can trust. There's a lot of places where you can buy a vehicle, but there's only a few local dealerships where you'll find honest people who have your best interests in mind. And Fiesta Subaru is one of them. We've been helping our neighbors save money and drive dependable cars for years, and we'd love to help you. With new Subarus arriving daily, you're going to love our selection and the peace of mind you'll get driving a Subaru from Fiesta. So stop by and see us today at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas, or just start driving now at fiestasubaru.com.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
H240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The Sports Animal, proud to be a Cumulus media station.
Even if they're not that proud of us.
Now betting for the Sports Animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Marie Castillo. This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
And Jock Tony and A. Marie Castillo.
Your mic's hot.
And Jock Tony and A. Marie Castillo.
Good people.
We're live at the Horn YMCA. Let's go. Only here till 5:45. Sean will join us at 5:30. We're going to talk about the Isotopes because they're catching L's, boys. They are not winning any baseball games.
They're about to. Sweep the weekend. I feel it. Then bring that momentum back home.
Good vibes, good vibes.
I'm a big fan of the weekend.
Same. Oh, you're talking about the music artist.
I am.
I like when it's after Friday. That area in between Thursday and Monday, that's for me.
Talking about Friday?
I'm in.
Today's Friday.
I know.
Which we announced earlier to everyone, all the friends of the show, that it's the worst day.
No. You said that.
Oh, yeah.
It's
For
Friday.
whatever foolish reason.
Nobody said Friday, no, ever.
Friday, tie day. We should have done tie dye this one. That'd have been sweet.
Hey, see me next Friday, man.
What, you doing tie dye?
We're going to do it, all three of us together.
Friday, tie day?
Aw.
Let's go.
More like a tie date, am I right?
Ooh. We'll drink and die. Let's
Mm.
go.
Sorry, gentlemen, I'm sober.
I've never done that. I tried it for like 6 months one time.
Sober?
Yeah.
Or tie dyeing?
I've never done it, but I've tried it for 6 months.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. That's what I'm saying. I had to write in like exceptions.
Every day was they won it all over again. Like,
no, it was stuff like, oh, I was going to like WrestleMania. You know, it was like, well, I'm going to drink there. You know, or it's, oh, I'm going to the Super Bowl. Oh, I got to drink there.
Yeah.
There was always a reason to where it was, you can't go 6 months. It's too long.
Well, you can go 6 months except for those 8 or 9 or 10 events.
yeah.
That's what I did.
Sure.
I tried.
That's a qualifier.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
You could go 6 months hanging out at the Y. It'd be very sober.
I was at the Y this morning.
Ooh.
Let me tell you guys
Same.
how much fun I'm having. So I come to the Y this morning, and I don't have to. I prefer to stretch on the elevated stretchy table because I'm so tall. Like, stretching on the ground is fine. It's perfect. They got mats. It's lovely. It's comfortable. But
he likes the attention.
Yeah.
I do like the attention.
Yeah.
That's a really good
It's like
way
a
to do it.
stretching stage. It's sweet.
And I have a routine.
You stand up and do a dance on the stage too?
No, but today, because I was with a friend, so today I did the incline table.
Okay.
Like
The inversion table.
The inversion table.
How's your back feel now?
I tell you what, it popped about 100 times, and I farted.
Hey, now you got to get a massage.
Says what?
Yeah, go over to our McLeod location, get yourself a massage with Laura, Nick, and the crew over there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we do massages 7 days a week, man.
Well, I knew that, but I didn't know you had to get one afterwards.
Hey, you get a massage, your whole life will be changed.
We talk about the gym all the time. We're here at the Y. There's like a ton of other amenities though. Like you get a membership at the Y. What is the thing I don't necessarily think of instantly when it comes to the Y membership?
Massages.
Yeah.
Or free pre-K. Or your free youth sports, or I mean, the list just goes on and on. We got nutritionists, personal trainers. We have everything that you can think of and then more. You call it a gym, we're much more than a gym.
So sweet.
Nailed it right there.
Fellowship through the roof.
Hey, pretty soon you're gonna have esports.
Esports is on a rise. Yeah, you guys got the little sneak peek of it today.
Yeah,
huh?
we took the tour today. It is fantastic
It's
down
fire.
there.
It's fire. Yeah.
I think what we need to do is find, because there was 10 TVs.
He's a little quiet.
There was 10 TVs, and of those 10 TVs, they all had 2 chairs. So I think we need to find like 18 friends, or as I call them, sacrifices to lose to me in Madden.
Madden. That's your choice. It's Madden.
Is that not the one people are playing anymore?
We playing a show now. 2K. Madden has just become the same thing over and over.
Oh, it's played out.
It's a bit derivative, Fred.
Yeah.
Is there a new college football yet?
Nah, not yet.
Ooh, it's coming soon though,
It's
isn't
coming.
it?
Yeah, it's coming.
Let's
But
do that one.
I'll bust you out on some Madden, and yes, I will choose the Jets.
I used to be really good, but it's been so long since I played video games. I think the tech has lapped me a few times.
Oh, because you were playing
There's significantly less buttons when I was playing.
2. There were 2.
4.
I call Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
Hot. What's the formula?
Tecmo Bowl reference there, Jacques.
I got it.
Tecmo.
Yeah.
No, I'm a Blitz guy. Sorry. Not that old.
Blitz sucked. The arcade game?
Oh my God. What is wrong with you?
NBA
Who hurt
Jam.
you?
Yeah, NBA Jam was
NBA
far
Jam
as-
was the
NBA
jam.
Jam was superior, yes.
Yeah.
And then NFL Streets tried it, but
No, that
Blitz
sucks too.
over that also, yeah.
Basketball games, I think, are better than football games,
Except college games.
except for college football. That's the best one. And to play with your friends, playing sports games with your friends is better than playing sports with your friends.
No,
Wrong.
disagree.
Okay, interesting.
You're wrong.
Yeah, you know, you just seen it here. All the little girls and the boys that came after school come to the Y.
They're hooping.
They hooping it up, my man.
What's the plan downstairs for the esports? Is it, do you show up and just play video games all afternoon, or is it, do you have to like run on the treadmill in between?
I want to say run on the treadmill in between, but we're gonna have some family nights there. So we'll do some board games, play some video games together. We'll also have a league where we're competing against other Ys across the country.
What if there was like a young aspiring YMCA who wanted to get to the world of stand-up comedy? Could we have A. Marie build a little stand-up comedy stage, and then she comes, and then A. Marie hosts little kids trying to learn to become stand-up comics, and we set up a little microphone, and A. Marie finally becomes the example she needed when she was a youth? What about that?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, it was a lot, but I'm down. It sounds like fun. It's for the
Lenny's on
kids,
the
man.
phone.
It's for who
It's-
said
it's
anything
100
about the money?
Yeah, it's 100% for the kids.
It's for the kids. It's
Yeah.
not, it ain't about no money.
No, it's all pro bono. Like,
Yeah.
You think I do stand up for money?
Nice. Would you be working here with us?
Ah.
Yeah, that's the question.
Actually, I have a staff member who needs to be a comedian. He is so funny.
Oh boy.
You guys need to come down to meet him
Says
at the Y.
everyone who's ever told a joke.
It's just so funny because whenever I meet someone, they find out I'm a comedian. That's the first thing he said. They're like, "I got a cousin that I really want to do stand
Josh
up."
is funny. He's just like all organically, just like New Mexican. So he's funny.
He's probably on a better path at the YMCA than becoming a stand-up comedian.
I told him, why not try both?
I like to keep it real. I don't want him to go down maybe
Jock
for
says-
fun, but
Jock hits it with the why not both.
Why not both?
I'm super in on that. Jock, one more time before we cut you loose. The YMCA, the best way to become a member is
on our website or come into any of our facilities. We're on San Mateo Indian School as well as Comanche and Tramway. And our website is ymcacnm.org.
Now, is it true if you come in to sign up for the Y wearing New Jersey Jets apparel, you get a free month? Is that true?
Yeah, actually, if you wear the New York Jets apparel, I probably pay for it myself. Like,
whenever we get back into the phone lines are lighting up, so we'll take advantage of that. It's 2 Men On live from the Horn YMCA, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Brought to you by the Albuquerque
Clear
Journal and Business Outlook. When you need local answers, the most reliable and in-depth information about health, safety, jobs, taxes, crime, energy, transportation, or government. Get the answers. Subscribe at abqjournal.com.
Traffic right now. We're going to continue to see those slowdowns both directions of I-40. Of course, we're still dealing with lane closures from that water damage earlier this week. Your 2 left lanes headed eastbound on I-40 between Carlisle and the San Pedro Bridge remain closed, as well as the left lane westbound that's closed between Louisiana and the bridge. Elsewhere around town right now, westbound on I-40 slowdowns between 2nd Street and Rio Grande. Also congestion westbound on Paseo. That's going to start around Jefferson, and it'll last until the river.
This report is brought to you by Malloy Los Lunas.
During the Summer of Jeep sales event at Malloy Jeep, get employee pricing on new 2023 Jeep Gladiators or new 2023 Jeep Wrangler Sports. It's your choice at Malloy Jeep in Los Lunas. When you think Jeep, think Malloy Jeep. MalloyJeep.com. With approved credit, see dealer for all details.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Jim Rome Show. One of the single worst stretches of team ownership in the history of American sports is officially over. Dan Snyder is not the owner of the Commanders. I could spend the next 24 hours listing how horrible this guy was as an owner and a human being. New owner Josh Harris did more in the first 5 minutes of ownership than Snyder did in the last 24 years. In the words of a famous head coach, hip, hip, hooray.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10. On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail, the ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way, offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional grade products. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right. I gotta try that Febreze car. Just right, just right, just right. Yeah. Yeah. Without 40 days of consistency, all over car clips right on your bed. You know my car's my happy place. You can smile on my face when it smells just right, just right, just right. And breathe happy Febreze. La la la.
Eric Strauss here. The altitude, the UV,
Wave at A-Marie.
it
Say
really
hi.
beats up your stucco and makes it look ucco. I hired CertaPro painters to repaint my stucco, and now my house looks brand new. They're clean, honest, thoughtful, and they have the attention to detail to save you
There
from
was no
painting
doubt
and
in
the
my
mess.
mind.
Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. Schedules fill up fast, so now's the time to plan for your project. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C for your home or business.
The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Increase your vehicle's performance and gas mileage with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill up to eliminate carbon and varnish deposits. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for $10. See store for details. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
Henry, can you imagine if the hardest decision in your life?
Auto Parts.
Yes.
It's just hard.
Don't show up to work without a tape.
All right, here we go. 10 seconds.
No. And they'll talk about you in the lunchroom over a ham sandwich.
Nice to meet you guys.
It's the opening.
Lenny's still there.
Okay.
And JJ Buck. It's from 7 to 10 on 95.9 FM and
Mike is hot.
And the Sports Animal.
Friend of the show, Lenny's waiting for us before we get to he. You know, we're live at the Horn YMCA van.
Yep.
Hey, Marie, you know we're live here. During the break, a friend of the show came up, like not told us, but strongly encouraged us to subscribe to his daughter's podcast.
Yeah.
So we now have a new podcast to listen to.
Shout out to new friend of the show, David Steinberg.
Yeah, and
daughter Sarah has a podcast.
Amory, we're not hearing you if you think you're talking back to us. And then during the break, all of the kids, like at the YMCA after school program, they all snuck out, Amory, up here where we're broadcasting from, and just swarmed our radio setup station right here, and they're all now future aspiring broadcasters. So
that's so cute.
Sorry we ruined your lives, kids.
Yeah. Lenny still with us?
Yes, Lenny's here.
Friend of the show, Lenny, welcome to the program. How are you, my man?
Good. So let's just break down one thing quick.
Okay.
To do a breakdown of an exhibition game, I would rather you do a recap of WrestleMania 10.
Deal.
Oh, don't
come on, Lenny. Why are you threatening Fred with that?
Let's look at it like this. The top 44 players, actually the top 50 players are pretty much all set. So you're looking at positions 51 to 53 for making the team, and then the practice squad.
Sure.
Everything else is all set.
Well, it was.
I mean,
wild,
I remember
though.
like 6-7 years ago, the Jets went 4-0 in preseason, and they were jumping out of their skins in New York. And of course, that season we stuck up the building.
Also in New York was WrestleMania 10, where
taking
Bret the
an
Hitman Hart,
Allison Iverson word, it's basically a glorified practice.
Yeah, it's preseason for everyone. It's preseason for ticket sales. It's preseason for the concession guy. It's preseason for the parking attendant.
The
I
plumber,
understand,
apparently.
but you're not going to say, all right, Russell Wilson's going to play tonight, or he's going to play because he's in a new system with Sean Payton. I'm going to get to that in a second. But Aaron Rodgers isn't going to play. Mac Jones may not play. We're going to see Brady's out. You're not going to see Josh Allen play. You're not going to see Joe Burrow, even if he's healthy, not come back until he signs a new contract. Lamar Jackson's not playing. Name a starting. Brock Purdy's not playing. Trey Lance may play if he knows what the field looks like. Who's playing?
That loser Mac Jones better get some reps. He's garbage.
WrestleMania 10 was the first WrestleMania.
Kenny Pickett's not going to play. But let's go. I want to give the scenario. When the hoodie had Tom Brady, the hoodie was great because he had Brady. Brady proved without the hoodie he could win a Super Bowl. Now we have Sean Payton, who got Drew Brees, who is one of the nicest people you will ever have the pleasure of meeting. I did as a season ticket holder for the Chargers.
Were you wearing a MAGA hat?
Great quarter. And no. And that's another story. But nicest person, but the fit between him and Sean Payton worked. The fit between Sean Payton and Russell Wilson is like oil and cottage cheese. It's not going to work.
Oh.
And the thing today that I didn't understand that he did was banning sunglasses and bucket hats.
That's
from the
news to me.
sidelines.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
How does that affect? How does that affect anything besides making you guys more fried on the field while they're waiting to get on the field to put their helmet on?
We need a base coat, really.
You can't wear sunglasses during
So
play.
I
but
think
guess you throw 'em
I
on the
don't
side.
think that Denver's going to do good this year. I don't think Russell Wilson's going to do good this year.
Concur.
Okay. In the East, then let's go to the rookies. Bryce Young, the way he's looking right now, Rookie of the Year.
My money's on Bijan Robinson.
Right behind him. CJ Shaw will have a pretty good season because Demasio Ryans is a good coach, and we'll get it out of him. And then we go to Anthony Richardson, who will either be the next Jamarcus Russell or the next, the quarterback for the Eagles.
Jared
that took him to
Lorenzen.
4 NFC. I'm drawing a blank on his name. So he's either going to be a bust or he'll be a decent quarterback. But he had 2 terrible seasons in college. Let's not forget that. Will Levis, he will take over by game 4 in Tennessee. And the Tannehill project will be over. And then Stafford will be hurt by week 6 or 7.
And retire.
And then the Stetson Bennett era takes over.
Whether Stafford gets hurt or not, he's going to fake it for sure because he don't want to be on the field with that garbage team.
Lenny, thank you for the takes on a Friday.
Let's go to New York real quick.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers is going to throw for 4,300 yards, 36 TDs, 10 interceptions,
Less than 10.
Single
and
digit.
take the Jets only to the first round of the playoffs and then lose.
Sure. Yeah.
Because then his playoff mentality will kick in.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been a Packers fan for 20 years, 30 years. Like, I've seen it. Of course he's going to lose in the first round.
I don't know why you guys don't think he's going to not get past the first round. He brought over all the teammates from the other team that he never got past the.
Okay, let's see.
We have 3 minutes left in this segment.
Big doesn't mean anything if you can't catch the ball. He wasn't a great receiver for them. Randall Cobb is a shelf life is running out. Garrett Wilson's his best option. Corey Davis should have been cut, so they could have brought someone else in. They decided not. They got to hope that Breece Hall comes back from his ACL, which is only going to be 10.5 months removed when the season begins. Michael Carter was starting to go downhill, and I don't know why they didn't have him going after Dalvin Cook, and if not Dalvin Cook, at least Ezekiel to have somebody for the red line runs.
Whatever wide receiver is available at the trade deadline, he will be playing for the Jets. That's why Aaron Rodgers took the pay cut. They will have 2 really good weapons
And
for the
if
second
Jonathan
half.
Taylor doesn't come back for Anthony Richardson to play and does a sit out, which is stupid for him in the position that he's in, then Richardson's season's over because he has to have Taylor to succeed.
Lenny, ending the week strong with your boys. Lenny, thank you, brother.
Thank you. Have a good one.
That's a dude right there.
Takes on fire as usual. I agree with him on Anthony Richardson. If I was the coach of the Colts, as in the front office, I would let Gardner Minshew be under the center for as long as possible. Get Anthony Richardson some practice, get him some reps, let him travel, let him understand the speed of the game, and then put him in.
WrestleMania 10 was the last televised event for Randy Savage.
Why did we let Lenny enable you?
I'm just letting you guys know. I mean, obviously, bringing to the end, it was a tough loss for Doink the Clown against Bam Bam Bigelow, but that rivalry had gone for so very long at that point.
I recognize the words Bam Bam Bigelow.
I do not.
He looks like Action Bronson in a fire onesie. That's it.
Jasu Sean joins us to talk ice tubs. All right, Aaron Burnett joining us real quickly.
You can't just go out. We still have 2.5 minutes.
He just walked into the YMCA. We were going to use that 2.5 minutes to shoot the stuff off air.
Okay.
Aaron
Well,
Burnett,
then you
welcome to the program. How are you?
I'm good.
Bob?
Hey, how are you?
Unannounced. The 3 of us are heading over to Bare Knuckle Championship Fighting tonight.
Jealous.
Do we got time to pregame before we got to rush over? What's the plan?
You remember that line last time just for the will call?
Yes.
It was like 45 minutes.
We have to go to will call to get our press
We do.
passes.
Oh, boo.
I say we go like right after you guys are done.
Hey, Buck, Fred and Van want to do comedy. Buck Burnett recently started doing comedy too, so maybe y'all can just be on the same lineup.
You can have us over at 377.
Yes.
Now, can I have more than 5 minutes? Because I'm kind of a
Absolutely.
storyteller.
No. You can. That show that you were on with me, it was just like everyone got 5 minutes.
Is
But
Amory
of course,
just flashing the flashlight on her phone?
No.
no. It was a 5 minute. Like he just tried to. We were doing a mic, so it was like 5 minutes. Of course you can, Buck.
Yeah, because I'm more of a storyteller.
Sure.
And I was trying to figure it out as I was doing my bit. And then by the time I was kind of to the punchline, she was like, your time's up.
Why don't you guys promote wrestling while you're here, and then we'll take a break and you talk to Josh Sushan.
Next Thursday, the 17th at the historic El Rey Theater. I just text. I think we're out of seats. They're all gone.
Are they really?
Yeah, I think.
check. Hold on.
DCCWtickets.com, but there was a big push on the final available seats today on a Friday. If there are some there, it's less than 10. So if you are going to try to sit down, get them. It's going to be a banger of a program. We start off the hunt, Aaron, for the championship title of Duke City Championship Wrestling. You don't do sports talk as much as we do. What's the buzz on conservative talk? What's the buzz around town about your wrestling promotion?
It's good.
Yeah.
People are, it's so funny because I was talking to just some random people last week and, they ask what do you do? And, I'm kind of an entrepreneur.
And you lead with wrestling.
And I'd say, just started a professional wrestling organization. They're like, is that one that we've been seeing everywhere? And I was like, that's us.
Not the worst. It's not the worst in the world.
Yeah, no, it's good. Just random people.
I haven't even talked to you about this yet. I wrapped up a big meeting with Valley Fence this morning for Duke City Championship Wrestling.
New
title sponsor of the product.
So, all right.
Nice, dude.
Super
now,
excited.
hold on. Let's skip right to the meat.
Yeah.
Building a cage.
We're building a cage.
Oh, let's go.
We're going to fight for a championship Amory in a steel cage.
Nice. Now break.
Will you come to that episode?
Probably not.
Aaron,
Wait, hold on.
No, Aaron's going to be there.
If
hang out
Aaron,
with your friend Buck.
I'll go with Buck Burnett.
There
You know
you
what?
go.
And I'll probably bring Max too.
I love Max.
See, there you go. Just bring my
Max
dog.
is a dog.
All right, hear me out. Here's a night at Duke City Championship Wrestling. It's Amory
Okay, we got a
running
break, though.
the dog watch.
There you go.
Yeah, bring your
Boom.
dog.
And Darby.
Yeah.
2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The sports animal.
This report is sponsored
Clear.
Mattress Firm. Better sleep. Can't wait. Black Friday now at Mattress Firm ends Tuesday. Don't miss your chance to save up to $600 on America's best mattress brands. Plus, get a free adjustable base on qualifying purchases. Hurry and stop by your local Mattress Firm today.
Taking a look at traffic right now. Things still moving slow, both directions of I-40. Of course, we're still dealing with lane closures after that water damage earlier this week. Your 2 left lanes headed eastbound between Carlisle and San Pedro Bridge are closed, as is the left lane westbound between Louisiana and the bridge. So watch out in that area and be prepared for slowdowns there. Also dealing with congestion a little further down, I-40 westbound between 2nd Street and Rio Grande. Also slowdowns continuing headed west on Paseo this afternoon. Those are going to start around 2nd Street, and they'll last until Coors.
We're all moving a little faster now.
Trust the team that's going to keep up with you on KOAT Action 7 News.
We're proud to bring you coverage you can count on from across New Mexico. Like a weather forecast that's certified most accurate and proven every day.
Start your day with More in the Morning.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Look at the under in Chicago. I'm Joe Ostrowski here to help you beat the books with BetQL. The White Sox host the Brewers tonight, and while the White Sox are a disaster, Milwaukee is hanging on to first place in the NL Central. The BetQL model is eyeing the total with Corbin Burns and Michael Kopech on the bump. BetQL has under 8.5 as a 4-star best bet. I'm Joe Ostrowski. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetQL and BetMGM apps.
All personal injury law firms are not the same. We all claim to do the same things, but that's where the similarities between Lerner & Rowe and all other law firms end. Lerner & Rowe was recently named the second most influential law firm in the country, and we've collected billions of dollars for our injured clients, with over $1 billion in the last 5 years alone. If you want real results, call Lerner & Rowe today.
Lerner & Rowe can get you more. Call 544-4444. Multi-state offices. Carlos Uri Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque. Glenn Lerner is only licensed in Nevada.
More than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio for their news, weather, sports, and a community connection. It's the backbone of the emergency alert system. It's critical that we keep AM radio in cars because when cell and internet services are down, this free emergency service could be your only lifeline. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Dad, I don't feel good.
I'll grab the Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey.
Isn't DayQuil just for parents?
Actually, Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey is just for kids, specially designed to treat kids' most bothersome cold symptoms quickly with a honeylicious tasting flavor kids like.
You know what else kids like?
DayQuil Kids Honey first, then video games.
Deal.
Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey. The kids' honeylicious daytime coughing, congestion, stuffy head, stuffy nose medicine. Safe for ages 6+.
Shooing seagulls away from our beach snacks is easy, but keeping my frequent heartburn away, that was a full-time job. I had to chew up to 10 antacids a day to manage it. Then I tried Prilosec OTC. Just 1 pill a day blocks my frequent heartburn for a full 24 hours, giving me one-and-done heartburn relief. Thanks to Prilosec OTC, now my heartburn's on vacation too.
Prilosec OTC. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
At Granger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way, offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional grade products. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right. I gotta try that Febreze car. Just right, just right, just right. La 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 la. With those 40 days of consistency. Oh,
Here we're coming back.
you know my car's my happy place. Keep a smile on my face.
We're coming back.
Just right, and breathe happy Febreze.
Sound off right now at 246-0610.
Mike is hot. Mike is hot.
Back on the program, we're going to force them to end this thing out. Josh Sushan joining us on the Sports Animal Hotline. Aaron Burnett sitting in with us because why wouldn't he be?
What?
Josh, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. Happy 1-year anniversary of the day that Winston Bernard was told that he was going to the major leagues.
Oh, let's go.
Oh,
Okay.
love that.
yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
That means it's also the 1-year anniversary of the day I ordered my Winston Bernard jersey.
Sure is.
How cool.
Also, the 1-year anniversary of our most viral video on our Instagram,
which is
at TalkABQ, if you're wondering.
Which was just a repackaging of Brandon Gold's viral video.
We got permission.
views?
All of them. I don't even remember. Yeah.
So many. We had more views than the Ice Toads have had wins this week, Josh.
Oh.
You don't have to take that
All
from
right.
him. You know that. You just tell him to F right off. Just like that, though. Don't say the actual word.
What's up with our boys, Jay? Can we get 3 this weekend to make this thing a 500 series?
Well, I remember when you asked me yesterday about what do they need to avoid, and I think I said something along the lines of big innings. There's been too many big innings, right? And then what happens? 6 in the 4th, 4 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th. So once again, like big innings, like it's killing me the number of times where, you know, maybe the other team has scored 1 or 2 runs. There's 2 outs. You got 2 strikes. You know, that was the case yesterday. And Bubba Thompson on an 0-2 pitch hits the ball down the corner, 3-run score. You know, and you're like, man, we're 1 pitch away from a minimal amount of runs. We're okay. We're in this. And then it just opens up the floodgates, you know? And, you know, I'll say this. Like, you always have to throw strikes in baseball. There's never a time that you go, you know, it's okay if we don't throw a whole lot of strikes today. But when it's this hot, when it's 105 degrees, every time that you don't throw a strike, that's another pitch that you're out there as a pitcher. You're sweating profusely. Your catcher is sweating profusely. All of the guys behind you are just standing there going, really? You got to throw a strike. They're just dying in the heat, and you lose focus, and you lose your intensity. You have to throw strikes when it's this hot for your own sanity, for the sanity of your teammates. and they're just not throwing enough strikes. And okay, maybe you can get away with that if it's 81 and a gentle breeze in Tacoma in June. You can't do that when it's 105 degrees and sweltering hot in Round Rock. You have to throw strikes.
So we got all the L's out of the way, Sush. And now we're going to have 3 straight wins and bring that momentum back home against the hated rival El Paso Chupacabras.
Chihuahuas?
Yeah, sure. Them too.
I think it's
Is it chinchillas? I thought it was Chupacabras.
I thought it was the
Gonna
Chihuahuas.
take it on the
Chihuahua?
chin. They're going to take it on the chin.
I'm sorry, was there a question, or are we just going to different ways that we can pronounce Chihuahuas incorrectly?
Well, Round Rock messed up on Saturday and Sunday by scheduling the games at 5:05. Because obviously, Albuquerque, New Mexico, we are the 5:05.
Stupid of
They're
them.
just asking us for
Oh.
dubs.
Speaking of that, I'm hearing reports out of Denver/Los Angeles that the Charlie Blackman might be joining us this weekend. So I was trying to lobby to get the game switched from Round Rock to Albuquerque so that Charlie Blackman can play in the 5:05 if he indeed does play this time. We thought we were going to have him, on the last homestand. His hand wasn't quite ready. From what I'm reading, it sounds like he's going to be on his way out here soon. So hopefully Chuck Nasty can help out the boys, try and get some W's this weekend too.
So does this mean that Hunter Goodman is all the way up to the Rockies already and we'll never see him play in Albuquerque? Is that what this means?
That is incorrect.
Oh, okay. Seemed like it was going to end up being, would have been poetic 1 year after the day of when Bernard. I'm just throwing it out there. Baseball's poetry. So
I was kind of hoping that Winton would get called up again on the 1 year anniversary, to be honest with you.
Then he just tweets, "Let's run it back." And then now he's up there and going. Who's on the pregame show tonight, Jay?
Who else? Winston Bernard. We have to reflect, about what it was like, and the main thing that I wanted to ask him, and I was excited to ask him, is what's it like when you're a minor leaguer, other than media friends and some family, for the most part, you're relatively obscure, right? There's some diehard people who follow prospects and minor leaguers who know who you are. And all of a sudden, overnight, you go to the big leagues and everyone knows your story. Everyone's seen the video of you calling your mom, how emotional it is. Like, everybody knows your story, like, immediately. And just what's that like when you go from obscurity to, oh my goodness, everybody knows who I am? So we've talked about that and a bunch of other stuff as well.
Barack Obama sent him a letter, Aaron.
For what?
Going to the Major League Baseball.
Just to congratulate him?
Yes.
Yeah. That's pretty baller.
Yeah.
Actually, Winton sent a letter to Barack Obama that said, congratulations on all your success.
Nice.
Keep it up.
Who's on the bump tonight?
Good job.
Phillips Valdez is on the bump, and we need him to turn things around. He's got this great sinker that can get a bunch of quick ground ball outs. And it has not been moving the way that he's needed it to move lately. So
you have 4 minutes.
Phillips to pound the strike zone and get a whole bunch of ground balls, trust his defense behind him, and see if we can get a victory here. Because things are slipping. We're now, what are we now? 3 games out. So we got plenty of time to come back. But we're 3 games out, and there's now a 3-way tie for first. So we got a lot of teams we got to leapfrog too.
How's friend of the show, Sean Bouchard? How's Boosh doing? He got his sea legs yet?
No, I feel like he's still trying to get his timing back. He's got a couple of hits. He's got a couple of walks. I feel like sometimes on fastballs, he's still a little bit late. Remember, this is like the second week of spring training for him because he was out the entire year. Or maybe it's like the second week of spring training for him.
Okay.
But I think that he's gonna. I feel like he's one guy that. So I love it when guys take their walks when they've been out a long time because that means they're not too over aggressive. And so I think it's a good sign that he's seen the ball well and he's not chasing pitches. Super talented guy. I think it's going to help the Terps. I don't know how long he's going to be with us, but I think he's going to help us. And I feel like he's just a day or two from getting locked back in.
I think my last one, if I have one, is about opposing pitcher Zach Kent. He doesn't have a record. Has he not? Is he coming off an injury? Like, is he susceptible to this Isotopes offense?
He's come off an injury. He was at the Arizona Rookie League for like 3 appearances, and then he's pitched twice for Round Rock, and he hasn't given up a run yet in 6 innings. But yeah, he's been coming off an injury, so he's one of those guys you're like, oh wow, he has an ERA of 0. He's probably only going to pitch 3 innings, maybe 4 innings max. So it's going to be a quasi bullpen game for Round Rock. So get to him quickly. He's not going to be out there for very long. Get to him quickly, and we'll see if Round Rock can throw some strikes tonight.
Do you feel like whenever you do see a guy maybe that's being faced for the first time in the season, that's an advantage to hitters, or is that an advantage to pitchers? Because I think just trusting your instincts goes a long way whenever you're on a 3-game slide.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in this league. You have the guys who can't throw strikes. You have to force them to prove that they can throw strikes, right? Like, it amazes me these days how often you look at someone's stats and they have nearly as many walks as innings pitched. And when those guys are out there, you have to force them to throw strikes. And just because they've walked a bunch of guys all year doesn't mean they're going to walk a whole bunch of people tonight. But I think you have to prove that. And this is also a league where they call it an ambush league. You got a lot of guys who are just looking to ambush the pitcher on the first pitch. And so that pitcher oftentimes knows that, and he's going to try to get you to swing at some slider, some changeup that's out of the strike zone. And especially the guys who can't throw strikes. And when a guy is coming back from an injury, what's the last thing that comes back is control and command, right? And so I feel like those are the guys where, all right, prove to me that you can throw a strike. Until then, I'm going to sit on maybe a pitch or maybe a location, or I'm just going to stand here and watch until you prove that you can throw strikes consistently. Because once a guy does start walking people, then they panic. And then it's like, oh, no, I can't walk at somebody else. And then that's when they start grooving pitches down the middle. And that's when you really can tattoo them. So, that's my philosophy on this league. And especially when it's hot like this and the ball carries, pitchers are just trying to get you to swing to something out of the strike zone. So you got to be disciplined and force them to throw strikes.
Sush, you're the epitome of talent and professionalism. But with that being said, you're calling these L's. It's hotter than the Devil's BH out there. Do you now hate Round Rock more than El Paso?
I don't hate El Paso.
What?
That's you guys who hate El Paso.
Oh, is it just us?
I don't like it, but I don't hate it.
It was like a universal thing.
I thought everyone did.
I've never heard one person be like, El Paso slaps.
One of the safest cities in the United States, El Paso, Tejas.
According to who?
Because they throw them over the fence in the Juarez, Buck.
Hey, big shout out to Jeff Bezos, ABQ native, donated $100 million to the Maui Recovery Fund.
Let's go.
Yes.
All right, that's huge.
Do you know he's
He can
5'5"?
afford it.
Yep, he can afford I'm surprised. It should be $1 billion.
Yeah, it should be $1 billion.
Cheap bastard.
Josh, have a good broadcast tonight, brother.
That's what I'm going to try to do again.
3 straight, and coming back home. I'm calling it.
See you Sunday night.
All right. Really? No. See you Monday, Tuesday, Friday.
Next week.
30.
I'll pick you up from the airport. Aaron Burnett, you're the best. A. Marie, you also did good. Van,
Thank
final
you.
words.
Too much for the time allowed, my friend. Everything we cover. Make sure you check out Monday morning, the opening drive with Jeff and JJ.
Good job, everyone. GG.
See you next week, Burke.
Or at Bare Knuckle Fighting tonight. We could also see you there.
BKFC. Yep. BKFC. Go.